Hey, Kurt Hake here. This is another app upgrade video. These upgrades are for the Geocache app. So this time I made two upgrades. The first is a pull refresh for the list. This was actually suggested by Spencer, and I followed the hint that he gave at the end of the Handlebar Labs tutorial. The other upgrade that I made is I added a button that calculates your current distance from any given geocache. So let's see the upgrades in action. So if I pull, then the list refreshes, which you'll see like that. To show that it would actually add a new geocache, I will do that. So now, if I refresh, see the new cache is added to the list because the list refreshed. Alright, so now I'll show you the new button. I'll just go ahead and go to the new one that we created. You'll see that there is some new text here that advertises the new button. And if I press the hint button, then it will show my current distance from the cache in kilometers. Now, obviously, I just created this cache at my current location, so it's a ridiculously small number. I'll show you if I were to go to one of the default ones. I could go down, press the hint button, and yeah, that displays like 520K. Anyway, now let's look at the code. Okay, so the refresh update is found in list.js. It requires a new state variable and a new function, which I called handle refresh. So essentially, this function just calls geofetch again in order to update the list. Handle refresh is called at the bottom return, like right here, when you swipe down on the list. Okay, so then the distance button, that new upgrade, is in the details.js. So this one actually required 3 new state variables right here. One's to keep track of the current latitude and longitude as well as the distance. Anyway, most of the new code is found in this function called calcdist. It calls geolocation to update the new variables with the user's current longitude and latitude, and it also uses a formula that I found online to find the distance in kilometers between 2 points based on the longitude and latitude. It's a very calculated formula, a very complicated formula, but thankfully what I found, most of it was actually already in JavaScript. So I just had to do a couple adjustments of variable names to make sure it all worked out. And then I obviously had to add the new button. So if you go down to my down to the buttons down here, you see the new hint button, and you also see the new text that I added, which is conditional. If the distance is the default distance that I just put in -1, then it just displays the help message. But then once the distance has actually been calculated, it displays the distance. So that summarizes the new features. So thanks for watching.